Former Westpac banker David St Pierre jailed over $4 million fraud. A rogue Westpac banker who fraudulently loaned millions of dollars to elderly pensioners has been jailed for 6 months. David St Pierre, 46, was sentenced at Southport District Court on the Gold Coast for his role in a multi-million-dollar Ponzi scheme that fell apart after a 30-year mortgage was granted to a 98-year-old dementia patient. The court heard St Pierre colluded with the director of an investment firm to produce fake income documents for 11 clients, mostly pensioners, in order to obtain the loans. The money from the loans was then invested in the firm after the clients had been promised returns of 12 to 20%. In total, nearly $4 million in loans was obtained from Westpac, with $3.28 million being lost when the firm was liquidated in February 2011. The former Westpac co-finance manager pleaded guilty to 3 counts of dishonestly using his position to gain advantage. The court heard St Pierre's final victim was a 98-year-old woman with advanced dementia living in an aged care home. St Pierre used 6 fake documents to falsely show she earned $3,700 per month, allowing her to be granted a $450,000 loan, of which $440,000 was subsequently invested in the company. Crown Prosecutor Bruce Mumford QC said St Pierre's actions were calculated and determined, and that he knew the people obtaining loans couldn't repay them. "It's a serious breach of trust," Mr. Mumford said. He already knew these borrowers wouldn't meet the serviceability requirements. St Pierre's lawyer Christopher Wilson QC said his client had hit financial difficulties following the 2008 global financial crisis and needed the commissions he earned through each loan. Mr. Wilson said his client was unaware of the company's fraudulent status and believed it was a prosperous business. He didn't believe the false documents would create much risk, Mr. Wilson said, adding his client had been sacked by Westpac in 2011 after 23 years service and subsequently been declared bankrupt. "Some people benefit from their frauds, he has not." Judge David Kent QC said St Pierre's experience in the banking sector should have warned him the firm's promised returns were unrealistic. "He was either dishonest or extraordinarily reckless," Mr. Kent said. St Pierre was given a 3-year jail sentence but will be eligible for release in 6 months if he provides a $1,000 recognizance. He will also be placed on a 3-year good behavior bond on his release from prison. The court heard Westpac was not pursuing repayment from the victims for the monies lost in the scheme.